Mercedes, and you're tuning in to FeMetalTV. And I have the absolute pleasure to hang out with Heidi and Carla from the Butcher Babies.
Hi.
How are you guys enjoying the hot weather here?
We like it hot.
Yeah, exactly. I don't
Not
mind
this
it.
hot,
I actually
actually.
really love it. Oh, me, not too much. I'm just like melting, you know?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fun. We're used to it. This is, every time we come here, it's just scorching, so we're used to it.
You guys need to come in the winter when it's cooler a little bit.
Yeah. We've done that too.
So how do you feel the new album, Take It Like a Man, is different from the other albums?
Well, Take It Like a Man, we really kind of brought it back to our original sound, which is off of, you can hear it on the first EP and even our very first single, Blonde Girls All Look the Same. That thrashier, that heavier sound that really gets the crowd moving. And that's one thing we wanted to do when going into the studio for this album, was to bring back that element. After touring constantly for 4 years, we have seen what our fan base reacts to and what gets them moving and what they want. And so we decided to give it to them.
That's awesome. What made you guys decide on Take It Like a Man for the title?
Gosh, the title of the album comes from a lyric in our song Dead Man Walking, which is a very powerful song for Heidi and I to write, because we spoke about the way that we were raised in that song. And one of the lyrics in that song is, "Where were you when I learned to take it like a man? Where were you when I learned to stand?" And it was just a standout lyric that we thought that, we kept thinking about it, and it just kept coming back into our heads. That should be the title of the album, Take It Like a Man.
Yeah.
And it has so many different meanings for us. In this industry, we've had to, ignore so much, I guess, hate, for lack of a better word, and, really just learn how to take it like a man and keep doing what we're doing. In our lives in general, we've had to do that throughout our whole life, and lives, and, it's not even a gender-based thing. There comes a point in everybody's life when you have to just, take it like a man, whatever you're going through in your life.
It's more of a term. It's more from the term than gender-based. For us, in the song "Dead Man Walking," you can actually it talks about the exact moment in my life where I had to learn how to fight, take it like a man, and stand for myself. And that moment in my life, I think, defined who I am today. And these moments in our lives define the women that we are, and in becoming an independent, powerful, if you will, woman. And as Carla stated, it's something that a lot of people will learn and a lot of people go through in their lives. And it's more just a term of fighting for yourself, fighting for your life, fighting for what you believe in.
Speaking of fighting, I heard you had put up quite a fight to finalize the name. What was that about?
That kind of got blown out of proportion. Our label and our management asked us to really think about what we want to call our album. The sophomore album is a very important one, and they wanted to make sure the name wasn't just some arbitrary name, that it really meant something to us. And after we explained how we felt about the title that we chose, they completely got it, and they were behind it 100%.
Yeah, they are always really, really great to us, and they have let us do whatever we want to do. And it's their job to be like, all right, now think twice about everything we do. Whether it's artwork or songs or anything, they're there to tell you to think twice. So, but as Carla said, when we told them, they were behind us 100%. So.
That's awesome to have that support, especially after you state why you want something and the reason.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
What would you say to women starting out in the music industry?
Everyone will tell you no, and just don't listen. Everyone will always tell you no.
Your closest friends will tell you no. When I moved to LA to play music years ago, I had all my girlfriends would say, "Why would you want to do that? You better just stay home." Blah, blah. I think a lot of people are afraid of failing themselves or things that they're not brave enough to do, so they'll cut you down and tell you not to go for your dreams. And luckily we found each other, and we support each other in our dreams, which is the key thing. Find people that support you, that love you, that want to see you be a successful human being, and that's it. And perseverance. This kind of stuff doesn't come overnight. Heidi and I were working together for 8 years, and before we started working together, we worked alone on musical projects for years. So, success is not overnight. Being able to write a great record isn't overnight, and
You sacrifice everything.
yeah, you do. You sacrifice everything. We both have lost pretty much everything that we have to do this project, and we'll keep doing that. We'll keep sacrificing and keep, being strong women, and see where this dream goes.
I told my mom today, we were having a Facebook conversation. She was excited about what we've been doing, and I thanked her for teaching me that dreams are meant to be followed. Dreams are meant to be reached. Dreams are meant to be fought for. And I really think that can go for women and men.
It's like that quote from Rocky Horror, don't dream it, be it.
Yeah, I love it. It's a good one.
Do you think it was difficult in the beginning when you were wearing just black tape over your nipples for people to see that you are also really creative, talented musician?
I think, go ahead.
I think that, that was a snapshot in time. We did it with a kind of creative message behind it. Some people got it, some people understood it completely and loved it, and then other people kind of, lashed out against it. But I think that we did get a message across. I don't think if we had done nothing, I don't think we would be sitting here today talking with you. I'm proud of what we did. I'm proud that we, kind of put a middle finger in the corporate music world's face, and I think that we've evolved as women, as musicians, as people in general over the last few years. So it was our decision, not to do that look anymore because, we wanted to focus on the music, but we definitely...
It also had, with the meaning she's talking about, it came from Wendy O. Williams and the Plasmatics, like the band name does. And, that was something that it was an ode to her and her attitude and her stance she had on women in metal. And where someone is always constantly telling you what you're supposed to look like, what you're supposed to sound like, what you're supposed to be like, what you're supposed to, everything. And to us, we loved how she stood for a big, giant fuck you to the music industry, constantly telling women what they're supposed to be and who they're supposed to be. And, a lot of the world doesn't know that, that's just music history. And so a lot of people looked at it and thought, they're just trying to be hooers. But in all honesty, if you can't see the similarities there with the name and even how many times we've spoken about it, maybe they should read up on a little musical history themselves.
I'm sure a lot of the parents were like, oh, I don't want my kids to go to that. And you're like, it's all about the music.
But you know what? We did have a lot of really cool parents who were fans of old school punk rock music that would bring their kids to the shows. And we, when we first started out, you said you met us on the OTEP tour too.
Yeah.
We weren't full on just tape then, but still, we had a lot of parents who were in support of what we were doing, and a lot of little girls coming to see us. And
you've seen it live, even back then. It wasn't a titty show.
Yeah.
No. We performed the exact same way we perform now. So it wasn't in there just being sexy by any means. We were out there being ourselves. So.
And you guys had clothes on too, you had just a little zipper unzipped a little bit to show. It wasn't disrespectful to me.
Well, good. High five to that.
What are you most looking forward to touring with GWAR? I see they're on the tour a little bit.
Yes, we're looking forward to it so much. It's our 30-year anniversary. That's huge.
Wow.
So for us, it's a huge honor to be asked to go on this tour. But I'm excited to see them play every night.
Have you guys ever toured with GWAR before, or is this
First time.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm just excited to watch them play every night. That's such a neat thing as a musician, as a touring musician. You get to see these iconic bands play every night, and you get to know their show, and you get to know the people behind the show, and it's a really incredible experience, and I can't wait to go through that experience with them.
You definitely get to make more friends with the bands and
Oh yeah,
carry them on with you,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, every tour that you go on, you make new friends and lifelong friends, and it's a really great thing.
It's like a high
to
school.
connect with people. Out there.
It's like all these people, and every time you see each other later on, it's a big reunion. So.
Less drama though.
Much less.
If you could change one thing you've done in your career, what would it be?
I don't think I would change anything because even the mistakes that I have made me the person that I am today. And I'll make more mistakes. We'll make mistakes as a band, I'm sure. But the thing is, those all help you grow. I don't take anything as a negative. It's just, it's like growing and evolving as a person.
Yeah, I've always said I don't really believe in regret because, like she said, it's growth. There's so many things that I did in my 20s that, I maybe shouldn't have, but at the same time, I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't experience those things. Going through adversity or even inflicting that on yourself, you learn and you grow and you can inspire yourself through your growth. So I don't really regret anything either.
What do you consider Butcher Baby's biggest accomplishment so far?
I think that the biggest accomplishment in my eyes is just getting through this wild ride together with all the original members. And, we've all had to, again, sacrifice so much. And I think it's a really hard thing for a band to stay together and, write a couple albums together and still love each other and really be the best friends. And we see it all the time. We see bands that completely hate each other, that don't want to be on the same bus as each other, that, don't want to hang out at all when you're not playing that hour-long set. And I think it's just great that we've all managed to stay good friends and do this together as a team.
Yeah, that's a good one. The other night I had a conversation and I was holding the physical album of Take It Like a Man, and I'm standing in my house and I'm looking at all my material things there, and I said, you know what, this is the most important thing in my life at the moment. This CD is the most important thing to me. I think every album we put out, it becomes your new baby and your new excitement, but with this one in particular, I think thus far it is our biggest accomplishment.
I mean, you guys make amazing music. I've followed you for years. I'll continue following you, and I'm so excited about this new album.
Thank you.
So thank you guys so much for talking and chatting with me. Make sure to get their album, Take It Like a Man, August 21st.